Hey, this is Paul from Guitar World, and today we'll be looking at the Fuchs Viper amplifier head. Now, Fuchs has designed this brand new amplifier, or Viper series, for the metal player in mind. So let's take a closer look and check it out. The Fuchs Viper is a 100-watt head with 2 channels, and each channel has its own great preamp design. The amp comes equipped with 4 6550 tubes and 6 12AX7 preamp tubes. It also features an aircraft-grade aluminum chassis with fan cooling and stainless steel hardware throughout. It has a custom overwound output transformer as well. The channels are pretty self-explanatory. The first channel over here on the left side of the amp is an American bluesy rock sound, and as well as a clean channel. Dialing down the gain allows you to get some great clean tones, and dialing it up gets you that really great overdrive rock sound. It has its own dedicated high, mid, and low EQ section and its own master. Moving over to the second channel, this is where the metal begins. It has its own gain control as well as its own master volume, the standard high to mid, low EQ circuit, and it has its own dedicated presence control, which controls the high-end response, as well as a thrust knob over here, which is similar to a resonance knob that controls all the low end, so you can get just the proper amount of tightness and low end on this side of the amp. On the back of the Viper, it has an all-tube effects loop that can be bypassed when it's not in use and engaged via the rear panel loop switch. The Viper also features high and low gain modes for pedal or rack style effects use. Okay, so let's hear the Fuchs Viper. Let's start on channel 1, and as you can see, I've set the EQ section fairly conservatively. It's all pretty much at 12 o'clock. I've dialed back the high end a bit, and the gain is about 3/4 of the way up, and of course I dialed the master down. I'm using a cabinet loaded with Celestion Vintage 30 speakers, so you can hear how this amp performs with that. Now, on its own, channel 1 is a great American bluesy sounding channel. You would just buy the amp just for this channel if you wanted to play just rock and roll. So let's take a listen to what this side sounds like with some gain and as a clean channel. Here we go. Now let's dial the gain back a bit to get a really cool, clean sound out of this, and take a listen to that. Sticking with the channel, let's change up the sound a bit. I'm going to dial in some more lows, crank up the mids and pull down the highs a bit, and then get to about a medium gain on this so you can hear what this amp sounds like. Here we go. Now let's move over to channel 2, which is the metal channel. You'll hear it automatically, the scooped mids on this channel. And as you can see, I've set everything just about 12 o'clock on this channel, so you can just hear what it sounds pretty flat. So let's bump up the gain and hear what that sounds like. All right, let's put some definition into this channel. I'm going to start moving the EQ a bit and turning up some of the controls. So let's take a listen what that sounds like. The very cool thing about the Viper is that it really lets you hear the note definition between your chords. Take a listen. The Viper is also great for metal riffing as well. The Viper's second channel is also great for solos as well. Let's take a listen. Fuchs has been known to make some of the best boutique amps in the business. And if you're looking to get a little bite in your metal tone, then the Viper is the one to wrap your arms around. Check it out.